Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has bars and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Nittany Lions will boot it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Syracuse's offense will go on the attack first. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it. But it's just football.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Gonna run it. It's Hill. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Guys, let's talk about Syracuse. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help him out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The give to the tailback. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Let's think a little bit about Syracuse. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there were...
It's a running room. Touchdown, Syracuse. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense will take the field for the first time. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get in... rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy. He's not the most talented quarterback in the country. But when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going. So it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
Fires to the big fella. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down. Close to the marker, it's Gonzalez. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Here's the handoff. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with second and short. Running back searching for a hole. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Martin. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
And the Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Really good running, gets it under the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. On the run, it's Coughlin. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Back to pass, it's Carney. Pocket breaking down. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. These old girders are rocking on third down here at Beaver Stadium. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Orange will have to punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Makes the grab close to the logo. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
There he goes. Bust through behind his pad. They make the tackle, and he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Wide receiver comes in motion. With the run on 1st and goal. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Touchdown, Penn State! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he tacks on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is last drive. Coming out with it, it's Tuggle. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. From the gun, the ground game. Nice move there. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Carney. Finds his big tight end. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. The Orange line up here on 3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. Syracuse will send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll do it himself. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the 1st down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the 1st down marker is.
Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the back. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Illegal block.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Second down coming up. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. A low line drive and short kick. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. To the air, it's Carney. Got his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Here comes the offense on second down. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. To the air on second down. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Syracuse right back at it.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Working that left side now. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Syracuse might take a shot here on second and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Quickly out to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Line getting set on second down. Off play action. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Got it in the middle, it's Russell. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Oh, it's off the side of his foot. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's Martin. Got the first down and still on his feet. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Nittany Lions took those plain headgears, got their blocks, and picked up the first down.
Yeah, and those headgears are a staple, aren't they, of college football? I know exactly what you're talking about, those beautiful helmets. They don't change very much, very traditional. Penn State keeps it simple. Being traditional, running the football.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
Looking to throw on first down. Complete to the left. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The play action fake. complete. Breaks into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Well, they got the touchdown, and the quarterback also had snot bubbles the size of his fist coming out of his nose after that hit.
Yeah, and you don't want to take too many of those shots. You got the touchdown, but the offensive line, obviously, a little bit more protection would be good. But in the end, touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Nebraska is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers. They're up by 18 over Northern Illinois. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking to the big tight end. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get into that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Motion from the wideout. Trying play action. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. The Orange will have to punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his man. It's Johnson.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Got his man on the right. Oh, got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Powers forward. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Penn State!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Carney. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Out of the shotgun on third down. Snagged in the middle. It's Reynolds. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to...
Turning it on! To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Gonzalez. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive and offensive.
Yes, it's the heart of the knee. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. They're going to need better effort in the back end for this defense. This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again,
touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Catch in the middle. It's Tuggle. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Carney. Gets open down the middle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Syracuse right back at him.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Caught in the backfield. It's Green. They bring him down at the 44-yard line. It'll be 4th down, but this might be prime go-for-it territory. Syracuse will send out the punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They go to the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down because the RPO game's been a problem.
With the catch, it's Johnson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Going to swing it on 2nd down. The sure hands, it's Johnson.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. Syracuse lines up on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. The big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Gonna run it. It's Willis. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Looking to throw, it's Carney. Gets rid of it. Got a man, it's McFadden.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Orange with a ton of options available on 2nd and short. Now they'll try the right side. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big...
Deep shot for the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. To the ground with the back. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. The Nittany Lions are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. There he goes. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And the offensive line and the quarterback has to do their job on screens. They got to sell. Pass down the field, pass down the field. Offensive line releases. Quarterback now snaps his eyes to the running back. The running back does the rest with the big boys out in front, creating a pass.
We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. From the gun, the running back has it.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The Nittany Lions started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He'll keep it himself. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. The Nittany Lions will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Penn State!
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be, and they've looked explosive today.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. NC State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This Pac team has picked itself up before, and they are capable of it again today. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Clemson. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Makes the grab. It's McFadden. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Grab near the sticks. It's McFadden. Still on his feet at the 45. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to pass. It's Carney. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Breaks into the open. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
Alert, alert, right? Quarterback under center. You're thinking quarterback sneak on short yardage. Defensive lineman, great job. You got to get that penetration. You just can't let him go straight downhill. Make that thing bow. And I always love how you see guys diving over the top. Great effort by the defense. Great stop.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Hand off from the shotgun.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
That's caught. It's Tuggle. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. Syracuse lines up on 3rd and short. He'll sneak it. Got enough for the 1st down.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal blocking back.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Back to throw, it's Carney. Got a man, it's McFadden. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Caught over the middle. It's Russell. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just...
They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Bunch formation for these receivers. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Hill. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle.
Oh, he's got some space. Just plowing ahead. A very productive run. Gets it inside the 40 all the way down to the 38-yard line. finds his man. It's McFadden. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding. Offense.
They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. Gives it on the option. Quick spin on the run. Picks up the first down, still moving. Touchdown, Cuse. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
The deficit is huge, this one is all, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anyway.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Hayes. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. You waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys